So now we're going to talk about arguments. And we're just going to look at an example of an argument. An example would be, let's use a truth table to test the validity of the following argument. So here's the argument we're going to look at here. If you invest in Tesla, then you get rich. You didn't invest in Tesla, therefore you didn't get rich. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to use statement variables and convert this into symbols. So I'm going to use P for the statement, you invest in Tesla. And I'm going to use Q for the statement, you get rich. And so we're going to go back and translate our argument into symbols. So the first sentence here, this is a conditional statement, and it's if P then Q. If P then Q. Then it's the next sentence was you didn't invest in Tesla, so not P, tilde P. And then we have our conclusion, therefore, so we use this triangle like symbol for the therefore, not Q. So this setup is called the vertical form. You could also write this as a single conditional statement. So the way we write it as a single conditional statement is we write it as if P then Q, our first premise, and our second premise, all that, if that, then our conclusion, not Q. So now what we're going to do is we're going to make a truth table. So here I have two statement variables again, P and Q that I'm using. So it's going to have 4 rows in my truth table. And again, we're going to build this in pieces. So we're going to start, which premises do I have? I have this conditional one. So if P then Q, we've already talked about that truth table. It's true, false, true, true. I also have not P. That's my second premise, not P, which is flip all the P entries. Okay, and then we're going to make a column for our conclusion right here, not Q. So not Q. Flip all the entries in Q. All right, so now you've kind of got this truth table, and what you've got going on here is this part has your premises, and this part right here is your conclusion. So you're going to look for critical rows, and critical rows are anywhere where your premises are both, in this case, they're both true. So if I look, the critical rows here, my premises are both true in the second row, the third row and the fourth row. So then, once you've found your critical rows, you look at your conclusion. And if I look here, I've got a false conclusion. So that tells me that this argument is invalid. So again, you look for your critical rows and look at your conclusion to tell you if your argument is valid or invalid.